What's going on, family? You are tuned in to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Ken Miller. I am in the big chair. It is let me look at my calendar, the 3rd. Yes, these shows are pre-tape. We try to act like they not, but they are, dog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dog, but they are. But thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. We're your nightcap of comedy. I'm your host, Ken Miller. I am joined in virtual studio with some of my homies, man. Patricio, aka Rocky, is in the building. What's up, brother?
Órale, órale.
Are you eating Tostinos pizzas right now? What are you doing?
I am getting ready. I am pre-gaming for my Cinco de Mayo extravaganza because I'm going hard this year.
What you drinking right now? What is that?
I got me a Corona.
A Corona in a can?
Corona in a can.
All right. You are so
He ain't getting paid like he said he was.
Yeah, he is not. Nah, he just cheap,
That's
man.
Costco Corona right there.
Yeah. And that voice you hear is a guy who is able to actually practice law on every planet in the solar system. Jeff Kaufman, what's going on, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I got MegaCon coming up. So I'm actually trying to get a book out in time for MegaCon. And I'm starting to sweat my ass off because I've been too busy practicing law, doing stand-up, running around, doing crazy stuff. I got time. Don't have time.
Ain't got time, man. Hey, if you guys listening, man, Mike Hurley, he is out. James is out. His son graduated college. Mike is teaching the comedy class. And Miguel is off in Panama fighting the gorillas.
Sleeping with the gorillas.
Or sleeping with one of the other.
Sleeping with some gorillas over there.
So Jeff, you doing something big this Thursday. What you got going on this Thursday?
I'm actually taking 250 brave souls to save the multiverse with me with Doctor Strange. If you get in time, we might have some tickets left. So if you hit me up at contest@kaufmanlynn.com, we might have some tickets left because people fall out, and I normally have a pair or two left to be able to do that. And also, we're going to be doing Patricio Wednesday has a couple tickets for the show. He's going to be able to give away 2 at the Graffiti Junction in Thornton Park. So I might stop by there with my lightsaber and take care of business.
Nice. Yeah, now, how you feeling about the new one, the new Doc Strange, man?
I'm excited as hell about it. I'm living for it. I am watching Moon Knight though. I'm watching Moon Knight on Disney Plus, and it's moving slow. It's moving pretty slow.
Yeah, my daughter loved it. My daughter loved Moonlight, and then another comedian, Aki Wood, hit me up,
still on,
and he loved it as well. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but my daughter, because I hit my daughter up, and I'm like, "Hey, did you watch What If?" No, I didn't. Did you watch the Captain America?
Hawkeye?
Well, no, I didn't. Did you watch Hawkeye? No, but she watched the Moon Knight one, and she loved it. So I'm gonna take her word for it, even though I think her taste in movies are terrible. But
you can't trust a child, man. Come on.
Man, she's 16. This the only one. This the only child I trust. I don't trust Junior. This one of my only kids that I trust.
Ken, I'm sure you outrank all your children because you have the most followers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. You know I'm on fire on TikTok. I don't like to talk about it though.
Yeah, dude. I was like flipping through the people that I follow, and then I came across yours, and I saw that you're like what in the high 50,000s right now with followers.
Yeah, well, that's because Will Smith, all the white people who followed Will Smith had to change over to somebody.
Yeah, hey, bro, I'm still shocked. I'm one commercial took me over, and that was the Budweiser commercial when the guy stuck the beer bottle with his butt and opened up the beer.
Yeah,
that one TikTok took me like I mean, dude, I had 200 followers, and I woke up the next morning I had 13,000.
That's insane.
It was insane. But the insane thing about it is now that it's people are following me and watching it, more people have bad stuff to say about it. Like none of the content is mine. It's just commercials.
Yeah, the higher you get, the more haters you're gonna
legit. It's hilarious to me, bro. Like oh, do something else. I'm like, dude, it's that's what people want.
It's working. I'm not gonna change the recipe.
Bro, when I post something else, it gets no views. I post a commercial, 50,000 views. Like what do you want, man?
It's like they didn't tell the Colonel like great chicken. Like let's add another flavor to it. Let's add another spice.
yeah, man. This ain't
original too crispy. There are 2 different ones. Come on. And they do honey barbecue about every 6 months, and I like that. So.
Yeah, well, that's their McRib. They bring it back every now and then.
No, McRib is. I don't want to say that it's ass. That's very good. Do you do the McRib?
The McRib is gross.
Yeah, he puts it in his air fryer.
Believe it. No, Jeff, I bet you he eats a McRib. He eats Tostino's pizzas. He has to eat McRib.
I used to work for the Golden Arches a couple of years back in my younger, more vulnerable years. But yeah, no, those things come in like freaking Tetris blocks.
Yeah.
And like, why are they shaped like the bone and it's all meat? Like it literally looks like a stack of ribs, but in the shape. And they all look creepy when you open the box because they're all frozen, so they're all white. And then you put them through the cooking process and they come out. It's like
he calls it cooking. The cooking. You McGrill. They McGrill those things.
Yeah.
What I do love is every once in a while. I worked at Burger King when I was 15. So we don't like order off the menu. When you work there, you like make your own concoctions. You're gonna go, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put some little grill strips on it, whatever you want to do. And I'm sure these guys at McDonald's are going, yeah, we're not doing that. We're going to cut it up. I always see these TikTok videos where guys are experimenting. Now, Taco Bell, I would assume if you work there, you got to put a lot of great concoctions.
I would have made some, you know what restaurant would be for me? If I worked at like a Taco Bell, anything like I know y'all Chipotle ain't really Mexican, but if I worked at something like a Taco Bell or a Gringos or a Chipotle, I would be making the craziest bowls because I don't like burritos. I like the bowl. And I would make the craziest bowl. I'm talking about rice, beans, all different meats and sauces, bro. That thing would be a crazy, and it'd be the secret menu. It'd be one of them secret menu things, bro.
Now Patricio's all uppity with his Mexican food. I mean, the problem is if I worked at like Pollo or something like that, I mean that's some high end stuff. They don't have all the crap that I can put into it.
Yeah,
I'd have to bring my own seasoning with me, all my belt buckle and stuff like that.
There are very few taco stations here in Central Florida that I could say have the Mexican seal of approval. And the three that you named right there, Ken, it's just like, it's all right.
And I get it because I'm like that with soul food. I was in Port Charlotte and I Googled soul food. And guess what came up? Cracker Barrel. It was the number one soul food place in Port Charlotte. I'm like, this ain't soul food. Like, why would you do me like this, Google?
Have you ever clicked fast food and you see a bunch of chains? That's just what they do.
But I did find a soul food place. It was in the hood, and I was very comfortable. I was very comfortable there. But Patricio, you got me thinking of something, man. We were talking about TikTok and blowing up on TikTok, and it got me thinking about being famous.
Okay.
And I want to be famous, but not famous for the followers and all of this. I want to be famous so I can go to things that famous people go to. Like, for instance, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the Met Gala, the MTV Awards, the Academy Awards. I just want to be famous so I can go to something like that. So I'm going to start off with you, Rocky. You're famous. What event are you attending?
If I am famous and the one event I would love to go to, honestly, God, you said it right there, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, because that right there is the highlight for politics. And yeah, I would have to say the White House Correspondents' Dinner would be the one place I want to go to. Like, you made it. You made it right there.
Dude, it was crazy. I saw Roy Woods Jr. there, and I was just like, look at my dog. Look at my dog, a comedian up in that. That was dope to me, man. I Jeff, you're famous. You're super famous, bro. And you can go to any event that famous people go to. Where are you going?
Well, let me speak for all the white men in the room. This is the way this works. The correspondence, these are just like one time, I'm in the room. Some people are important. It's a long, boring affair. People get up. They're all patting each other. Some telling jokes. I want to go to the best concerts. I want to go backstage. I want to sit there and see the best shows. Oh, Tuesday, guess what? This guy's playing. I'm going over there. Oh, I'm going to the NBA Finals. That's what fame allows you in the door at huge events. I mean, these really cool events that normally you'd watch on TV or you'd be sitting back row for. But fame gets you the good seat where you can watch, the greatest band. Like the other night, just for the hell of it, I went to Elton John. Somebody threw 2 seats at me, and I walked, 20 minutes. I'm watching Elton John. I mean, those are memories. Sitting there watching a bunch of guys pat themselves on the back, like the Oscars and stuff like that. Award show, 8 hours stuck in a room with people eating rubber chicken. Not my thing, man.
So you're going to a concert. You're going.
I'm going to concerts and sporting events.
Or you sitting in a sporting event. You know what? I didn't even think sporting event. I think that'd be cool. Honestly, if I was super duper famous, I would go to the Rock Nation brunch. I would go to the Rock Nation brunch, which is Jay-Z, Beyonce's brunch, with the Rock Nation, Rihanna, Kanye. I would go to. I would, if I was famous, I would love to participate in the Rock Nation brunch. I
Now,
think that would be my thing.
if you were to ask me this question back in like 98 or 2000, then I would say like the VMAs or the Video Music, the Video Music Awards for MTV.
In the 90s, yes.
Yeah, late 90s, early
that was
2000s.
full of all the artists that I love. Like I would have went to the Source Wars just to see the fight between Big and Pac. Like I'm there for the fight. I want to see the scrap. You know what I mean? So yeah, in the 90s, yeah, but I probably wouldn't go to a music award show now because I don't know none of the musicians.
No,
I would go to Rock Nation just so I can meet Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah. Sit front row for a fight. Yeah, all day long, man. I mean, I've been in Vegas for some big fights, man.
I'm with you on that, Jeff.
I was just about to say that.
A fight, dude, courtside at the finals. Like I'm watching the NBA playoffs. I was watching Memphis and Golden State, and it's Usher, and because I think Usher owns a portion of a team. I think it might be Milwaukee or Memphis. He owns one of the teams, and he's sitting next to one of the dads of the NBA player. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, dude, I'm sitting courtside. I'm famous. I'm sitting next to Usher, Kevin Hart. You know what I mean? Or some musician. Like I'm with you, Jeff. I didn't even think I had wrote all these things down. I'm like, ooh, these would be cool. You know what I'm saying? But I never thought.
Have you been to a Magic game courtside where you're sitting there and
I've never been courtside
up to you, and you're holding the ball through the timeout, and you're waiting for somebody to whoop your ass, and you're going, and they go, no, you're here, man, you can do that. And you make plays, the player looks over at you. Oh, it's bad.
Yeah. Only time I ever said courtside at the game is when I was playing in the game, and I was riding the bench. The other one for me was if I was famous, I would love to host Saturday Night Live. Like y'all got quiet. You wouldn't host Saturday Night Live?
I read the nightmare stories about that. Yeah. That the guys who are hosting, they lose their mind because it's so fast and quick, and they don't know what to do, and they're reading off cue cards, and they're changing stuff, and the guys just go, and you're suddenly standing out there, and you don't know what you're saying. You're trying to read the cards.
You have these professional actors who have a certain method to their acting, and you're throwing them in here, and it's like, just read the card. Well, what's my character about? No, just read the freaking card.
And they're changing it every day on you. So by the time Friday night, when you do this like a run, you realize how bad you are. That's why the skits are so bad with a lot of the celebrities. And you have some that are really good, like when Justin Timberlake does it, he's so good because he knows what it's like to have to be that good, doing a 12-song set. He knows where to be, everything else like that. But, like us, you could be funny and just go out there and just tank. I mean, I swear to God, it's like the railway station behind you, Patricia. There's 3 people walking by John Lennon. Let it be.
I would love Saturday Night Live is one of my bucket lists. I would love to host. I don't care how fast it goes. I think that'd be so dope, man. Like I watch Saturday Night Live every weekend, and I just would love. That's on my. If I'm famous, I'm doing that. Oh, another thing too, Rocky. If I'm famous, I'm playing in a celebrity basketball game. I am playing in a celebrity basketball game. I don't care if it's 2 minutes. I am playing All-Star Weekend in a celebrity basketball game, yo.
The only reason I want to be famous is because I want to meet an astrophysicist. That's the only reason why I want to be famous.
What the hell is that?
I want to meet Neil deGrasse Tyson.
The universe.
Yeah, I want to meet Neil deGrasse Tyson. So like, I want to make it up there.
That's a pretty good guy to meet. That's a pretty good guy.
You can meet him, but you don't have to do this. He has book signings all over the place, man.
Yeah, but I'm famous. I don't need to go to the book signing. Neil Tyson hit me up, but like, I'm a fan of you, Ken. Let's go have lunch.
It's like his people and my people were like, hey, you guys want to meet? Let's set them up. They're going to be at the Cracker Barrel, later on today.
Hey, and
so
what we gonna do, man? I'm gonna post this to our Instagram and Facebook, and you guys let me know if you were famous, what event would you like to attend? We're gonna take a commercial break. When we come back, I got something that's kind of like an unsolved mysteries, and I got a lawyer and a paralegal on here, and they're going to help me out. And we'll be right back. Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. We are your nightcap of comedy. I'm your host, Ken Miller. And remember, guys, please go follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter, because that's what old people call it, the and Facebook or the Twitter. And make sure you go to YouTube check us out on YouTube. You can see all the videos of these shows. You can see Patricio's family just walking in the damn background. Just walk. I'm waiting for somebody to be naked, man. Also, go to iHeart, search Real Labs. You can download the podcast. Join the virtual studio with Rocky, aka Patricio, aka Rocky, and the only guy that can practice law on the sun, Jeff Kaufman. We have been clowning Patricio because every 30 seconds, which is funny because you can tell that Jeff got ADD. Because, like, he could be in the middle of his conversation. He just stopped talking to acknowledge everybody that's just, well, how many people live in this house?
4 of us.
I've seen dogs. 13 people.
Dude, and mammals, too, not just people. But they got, there's a lizard went by there a second ago. I don't know what the hell's going on in there. And this girl walks in the room. It's like being in Tijuana and watching the rooms come in and out. It's like serious.
Do they just want to be on the show? They don't even care.
No, it's more of a like I need to get a water from the fridge, or I need salt for my food, my Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Ugh.
They trying to get some pizza rolls from you. I guarantee you turn around and mug somebody then. He don't care until they go after his pizza rolls.
So check this out, Jeff.
Do you put stuff in the refrigerator? Do you have to like write
label your food?
Here she comes out again. It's like she's done. 5 minutes in and out.
She do got Uber Eats. Yo, is it Uber Eats for real?
No, that's a paper towel. That's a paper towel in a plastic bag.
Like she had food. Like I can't really say. I thought she really had Uber Eats. All right, I got my lawyer. I got my paralegal. I don't know if you guys heard this story, but it's hilarious. And the funny thing is, I just saw a story like this on Unsolved Mysteries, and so it's back. Missing female jailer may have aided murder suspect's escape. I don't know if you heard of this story.
Yep.
Vicky White, 56 years old, who's been working for the police department for 16 years, left the detention center with inmate Casey White, no relation, even though they are from Alabama, no relation. Friday morning, neither has been seen since. The pair is not related. The vehicle they were traveling in left the detention center, stopped at a shopping center. Looks like they switched up cars. Vicky White, armed with a 9mm, left the detention center in the morning, headed to the courthouse because Casey needed a mental health evaluation, and they ain't been seen since. Casey White, 38 years old, is being charged for capital murder for the death of Connie Ridgway in 2015. He confessed to the slayings 5 years later, and he's been in jail ever since. My lawyer, my paralegal, how y'all feel about this story, man?
If I may, usually mental health evaluations, the doctor or the specialist goes to the jail for that to happen. The inmate or the detained never goes to the facility, right, Jeff?
What they said they were going in for it, and normally they don't take these guys to their own office. So yeah, they try to do that in these rooms at the jail. Now, sometimes when they're reporting on it, or they're when they report on this, they don't exactly know. She said she was taking him for one, but I'm not sure there was actually something scheduled at the court. That was when I read it. It seems like they have 3 options on this one. They're saying he took her by force, she was somehow compliant to it, or she was in on it 100%. Now, you leave a car somewhere, you might have had another car somewhere else, or he might have killed her, left the car there and took off on his own. I mean, she might come back dead. I mean, that's an option. And I wouldn't automatically think she's having a romance because she can't find anything outside, because that's normally what people think.
Yeah, that's what they think.
But it's very unusual that one person would be traveling with somebody this bad. I'm telling you, she came out of the same bedroom. Sorry.
That's the garage.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because when the episode of Unsolved Mysteries I watched, the lady it was 2 of them. The first time it happened, the lady was the wife of the warden, and the guy used to work on the house. So he kidnapped her, held her, and finally, like years later, she was like, no, he kidnapped me. He's held me for years. The second one, this lady helped this brother escape. They were living in Canada for 15 years when they finally got caught. She went to jail for a few months for aiding the bed and whatever, and he had to do his time, and then they got out, and then they got back together, and then they rolled with it.
Well, you're not going into Canada right now, because Canada requires you to check in with your COVID and everything else like that. You have to go online. You got to do a lot of stuff. So the only way they can do is they might be holed up somewhere, or Mexico's a far way to hit that border. So maybe by boat, you go by boat somewhere, but it's weird because you're going east and there's really nothing east. Maybe Europe, but then they got the COVID restrictions too. So the safest place to do is to cross into Mexico and go down. So if they're going anywhere, that's probably where they'd be going.
So Jeff, you're saying you believe that she was forced to do this. Like it's not she didn't.
No, I'm not saying this. I just don't think that we should automatically assume because there weren't any facts that she had any contact with him. There wasn't any other than this thing. I mean, yeah, you could see. I looked at her. She was. If you want to be judgmental, she wasn't winning any contest. But neither am I. But a lot of times that has to do with that. It's romantic. But what if he did take her by force? I mean, I don't want to automatically think that way. But if it's a romantic situation, they got to go somewhere. And that means she planned and they know where she went because they tracked her computer. I guarantee the FBI went through everything she did to figure out exactly what she searched, where she went on the phone, because people don't realize those black boxes that are in the internet that they used to do when they talked about in 9/11 and everything, they still exist. They will go into those things and pull all your back data. You can clear your computer, but it doesn't matter. They're going to run everything you ran through your system.
So my question is, like, do you feel like they're the only party involved, or were there other parties involved to allow the escape?
Maybe his relatives.
Because if you look at the story of Tech, I guess there's supposed to be more than one cop or more than one,
there has to be more than one because
she's not supposed to be by herself. That's why everybody's
thinking. That's what I mean. It's weird.
It was set up because she went with this guy by herself. She didn't have anyone with her.
Yeah, because
that would have been unusual for her to leave like that. It would have been really, and the worst thing is they have these set procedures. So when she walked him out alone, and everyone's going, "Oh, it's not a big deal." You're taking somebody who's in for life, and that's normally a 2-person deal.
Like, like you do the killer.
You pulled him off a major block to take him out,
and he killed a woman. He killed her. Like, so it's not like he could snap and kill you, young lady. Like, I mean,
but it won't kill me. It's like these women, these are Ken dolls they can fix. He won't kill me.
But now, mind you, I've done time in county for a VOP, and like you got to go through at least 4 to 7 doors till you see like the light of day.
Goosh. That's the sound it makes when it closes behind you. Goosh.
Yeah. So Jeff, they find them. Okay, they find this lady. They find this dude. And she said it wasn't me. He took, but they arrest her anyway. Jeff, how you defending this woman?
Mental issues. You go mental every time with that. She go, listen. He threatened to kill my family. He threatened to. She'll make up everything. Yeah, he said that my mother was being held. But if they're sitting in a room together, just knocking boots for a couple weeks, that's going to be a problem. It's so strange that they don't have him now. That they don't know where he's at, and it's easy to find 2 people. It's hard to find one. When 2 people on the road together, somebody notices them.
Yeah, somebody notices.
If there's one, it's easier for one person because you don't really notice one person in comparison to a couple. Everyone notices a couple. Like that Utah couple, there were 700 people said, "Yeah, I saw them. Yeah, I saw them. Yeah," and not just because she was good looking, but yeah, I saw them. One person, he can dye his hair and be just walk across the border and nobody would know anything.
Exactly.
2 people. It's gonna be hard. That's why I think they're hiding. I think they got to be hiding because I don't know if they can travel like that.
Yeah, well, I know one thing. Our views and listens gonna go up because we said 9/11, and so it means the black box is now cut back on, and so now we about to get more. Rocky, you paralegaling, you got to defend this lady, bro. What's your defense?
Well, depending on what motions the attorney wants me to draw up, I mean, yeah, I'd totally go the same route of a mental health evaluation because. They weren't sound of mind when they made these decisions moving forward. And
she wasn't.
Yeah, she wasn't. So, yeah, I'm on board with Jeff 100% because right there, yeah, you could easily argue mental health status.
Now, if I'm the prosecutor in this case, there's a flip on that one. I'm going to go, listen, she planned this. This was as premeditated as it got. She knew she was going to do it. She put this into motion. She had so many times to say no. Only the threat, I think will carry something. If she says he said he had friends outside who planned to hurt people. But if they catch these guys that, basically living like Bonnie and Clyde, that might be a problem.
Now, Jeff, as a prosecutor, like what would be the charges filed against them?
Well, there's escape. I mean, of course, there's escape. There's whatever Kentucky felony is for
Aiding and abetting.
Aiding and abetting.
Alabama, man.
Accessory.
Alabama.
It was Alabama? Why did
it's
I think
Alabama.
it was Kentucky?
Yeah, it's Alabama.
Something happened in Kentucky.
Oh, if it happened in Alabama, it's going to be a slap on the wrist.
No, it's not.
Let me make sure. I think it was Alabama. Yeah.
Alabama's bad, man. Those cops there, the judges and cops. That's my cousin Vinny down there, man. You don't screw around with that one. The two youths.
A prison official from Alabama.
There you go.
It's
a bunch of felonies. I mean, you saw what happened. What do we got left in the segment? 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
3.
Okay, you know what's going on with Russ. I mean, Russ's dad, the people who ripped Russ's dad off, Russ Rollins from the Monsters, the people, they had a car place in Kissimmee, and they were getting cars on consignment and not selling the cars, but not giving the people the money for the cars. And they've been doing this for years. And now they just filed charges. I think there's now 60 people. They've ripped off like $600,000 in cars they're not paying on. And we've been talking about it for years, and it took Orange County 4 or 5 years to finally prosecute these guys after another 20 people got hurt.
Would that be considered like a RICO case?
It could be organized across the state lines. It could be federal. I know the FBI can look into it, but they now have it as grand theft over $100,000, which is punishable by 30 years.
Yeah,
but they're not giving these guys 30 years, but they should because they ripped off elderly people and things like that.
So what were they like? I would give them money for a car and I would never get the car.
Okay, imagine this: you take Patricio, you take that car without the bumper, and you give it to me to sell, and I say, all right, when I sell it, I'm going to give you the money. I sell it, I don't give you the money.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And they had this whole business on like toys. It was a weird thing, and we actually. We got the insurance company to pay up on it. We did a lot of things, kicked them out of bankruptcy court. And I couldn't understand why Orange County, they said, we've been working on this for 3 years. 3 years. Why did you wait that long? And it's simply because they got lazy and didn't care until another 20 people came forward and said, yeah, they stole another 600,000 from us.
That's insane.
Yeah. So when they want somebody, these people get prosecuted, and that's just the way that works out. People don't get it. The only reason why you get a good deal or something else like that is when they don't care. When they care, you're going to do. I mean, Casey Anthony, for example, she did 6 months for checks. She never would have done 10 minutes for checks, but because she got off on the murder case, that they knocked her out on the check issue. That's why she did any time.
Like OJ, he got away with the murder, but when he busts up in that hotel room,
him and his golf buddies trying to get his stuff back.
Yeah. And I just want you to know, if you're listening, I'm black, and OJ did it. I don't care. Hey,
I'm not saying he didn't do it. I didn't say he didn't do it, but I'll tell you what right now. Anytime one of your main detectives gets up there and lies, sometimes that's all you need. When your witness gets up there and he makes up that lie and says, what are you talking about? I'm not racist. I've never said the N-bomb. And they play that tape that he was talking to a reporter. A reporter drops the N-bomb 30 times.
Man, he was dropping it like I do. So anyway, we got to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I want to talk about one of the Ghostbusters. We'll be right back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Man, we are back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. We are Nightcap of Comedy. Remember, guys, if you missed the show, go to iHeartRadio, search Real Labs, and you can download all our podcasts. And if you wanted to see these beautiful faces, go to YouTube, search Real Labs, and I upload these shows every week, all of them. Mike is out tonight. James is out tonight. Miguel is out tonight. So I'm joined in the virtual studio with Jeff Kaufman and Rocky, a.k.a. Patricio. Before we went to commercial break, I said I want to talk about a Ghostbuster. And no, it's not the Ghostbuster you thought I was going to talk about.
Ernie
not
Hudson?
Bill Murray. I want to talk about Dan Aykroyd.
Dan.
I don't know if you guys saw the story, but Dan Aykroyd, after 40 years, decided he was going to get divorced.
Oh, snap.
But they are going to stay legally married. They're just going to be separated.
Yeah,
so they can
for tax
co-parent,
purposes.
co-work, and be business partners. This is my thing.
Tax reasons.
I don't care about that. I'm talking about the 40 years.
That's because you don't pay taxes.
Don't nobody want your ass. You've been married 40 years, bro. Don't nobody want you, man. Stay home with that lady. You 65, 69. You don't nobody want Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd ain't in the streets. Dan Aykroyd ain't on Wall Street getting phone numbers.
Oh, no,
Hold on,
sir.
wait. He's
Don't
making a mistake.
nobody
You're making a mistake. Here's your
No.
mistake. You think it's him wanting somebody else. He just don't want her.
Yeah.
Man, whatever. He'll do. He wants somebody.
And
He,
here-
you
gotta
can
be
pay
sitting
some guys
home
to
by
do
himself.
for you.
Now,
You don't have to get her to
can
go
agree
to
with me.
Publix.
You can agree with me on this one, Jeff. Like Dan can pull whatever he wants because if you've
Yeah,
ever been to
but he don't care.
con, if you've ever been to a con, you will have these con women all upon
Dude,
his
con
freaking.
women stink.
Dude, at 65 years old, you are not thinking about your Pepe. Okay, let's be straightforward on
You
this.
not. You not. How old are you now, Jeff?
55.
Yeah, you ain't thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it, but at 10 years from now,
He's thinking very well.
I'm thinking about it. But in 10
bro.
years from now, when stuff doesn't work, I mean, that's what happens. Stuff doesn't work as
That's
well.
what
You get
medicine is
tired.
for. Don't nobody want Dan Aykroyd, man. Stay your ass.
You think
home.
that's why he's leaving because he thinks the grass is greener.
Jeff? Why you messing the joke up? You're the only
Okay,
person
all
to take the joke and go serious with it.
I am serious because we want other things. We want a woman not to complain about our poo. We don't want.
This
And I'm
show
going the
called
route
Real Laughs, not real serious.
And I'm going around the route that like Dan Aykroyd can still pull in some 8 or 9s, not a 10, but like he'll still pull in some 8 or 9s.
I care. A 24-year-old girl looks at his wrinkled sack and goes, "Yeah, it's worth the money."
100%.
There you go, 100%. Bring the
100%.
jokes back.
Man, that avocado sack he's got going, maybe that's why the Mayans thought avocado was for testicles.
Yeah.
You wound up spinning this one around because I want you to know as I get older, my junk don't look the same. And I'm not exactly like want people to see it. There are no pics I'm taking. I'm like lights on, lights off.
You sure?
I would
You
hope
sure ain't
so,
nothing on the
you know.
internet of you? If I go
No,
to videos
no,
and
I know
look up
better.
Jeff Kaufman, you ain't gonna be out there avocadoed up.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not avocadoing up anywhere. I know better.
Check out Jeff on legaloNlyfans.com.
I'm jumping out the window, man. I don't
Say.
screw around.
So I'm going back to Dan. You 40 years, and this and we're comedians. I was trying to make this funny. You're 40
It
years.
still is funny.
You
Just
40 years. Like what? Why?
I'm just happy you just called me a comedian, so thank you. I made it, mama.
Shut up, Salty Rocky. You 40, like what? You 40, you might as well stay. You ain't got but like 10 years of life left. What you leaving for?
See, you've been married for what? 5 years now, maybe.
4 years, but I
got to almost 25. You know
Yeah,
what
but-
happens? The things you hate start to get worse.
Oh,
Every
yes.
year it gets worse. Like, for example, if Patricio lives in this apartment more than 5 years, everyone coming out of these rooms are going to make him crazy. He's going to go, stay in your damn room.
Hey, we already crazy just watching it for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and handling divorce on a daily basis, it's like, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing.
You know what? The thing is this: women don't need peace. They don't need that peace.
Here we go.
I'm gonna tell you right now, hot take: women don't need peace. They're good.
They
They're
want
good.
problems
My
always.
natural state of aggression works for me. A man, he's like going, I can't handle it. I'm sorry, I can't. You're killing me. You're killing me. I feel like I'm being screwed into the ground. And that's what happens over time. When you take a man's dignity over year after year after year, he's like going, and that's why we kill women. That's why that's why husbands kill their wives every time. It's never something, I wanted to sleep with somebody else. It's like, she made me crazy. I just finally lost it.
Well, no, and I'm gonna spin off from you right there, Jeff, because you've heard the term, men are for Mars, women are for Venus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. On Mars, we only speak one language, but on Venus, I mean, there's hand signals, body language, the way you're moving your hands, all that stuff. They speak multiple languages on Venus, so that's why there's always more problems on that side. We're simple. We're very simple.
Like Tiger Woods, for example. Tiger Woods is worth $1 billion, and he wasn't happy.
He was horny.
Well,
Yeah, he
I
was
think for
horny.
every 5 million you're worth, you should be able to be with an extra person.
He's hit a hole in one, but he wants to hit more hole in ones, different holes all the time.
I mean, what's that
Yo.
woman from Sizzler he was with? What was it?
Perkins, bro. He had a
Perkins.
Perkins.
Man. Now, they got good pie over there, but I don't know about the people working there.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got good pie, all right.
They
That's
got
why he
good
was there. Well, hey, Dan, we wish you the best, man. Good luck with everything. Another story that came across the news: Ellen DeGeneres is leaving her show.
Thank God.
Looks like James Corden is also leaving the Late Late Show. So my question to you guys: if these guys are leaving, which means the spot's going to open up. I'll start off with you, Rocky. Name a celebrity that you would love to see host a daytime or late night show.
So immediately, Jeff Corbin. I've never been a fan of him. I don't get it. He's
James Corden.
Corden's the guy with the animals, right?
He's always singing in the cars.
Yeah. He's the Chipotle of comedians. Like, I don't get the hype. Why is he so popular and famous? But immediately right there, I would say Jimmy Carr take over his slot, bring some British comedy over to the U.S., and I guarantee you that'll be the #1 show, or bring back Craig Ferguson.
Okay, all right. So those are the people you want, not no random celebrity. That's
well. See, he's unfair. Patricio's unfair on this one because he brings up the English shows where they're allowed to drink on the shows.
Exactly, just like this one.
These guys are boozed up in the chairs. It's great stuff. You know, they're lit. We can't drink a beer on a TV show, so you don't get that.
I want the chubby dude from Letterkenny, the Squirrely Dan. Give him a talk.
Did Patricio freeze on us?
Oh, I thought it was you too.
Nah, it was just
you know why? Because he stopped getting his internet from Cricket.
Yeah. Now Patricio got too many people on the internet, man.
Patricio was blocked. I'm looking. See, people don't realize how we do this. You know, we got to look at each other, and Ken didn't move. I mean, Ken stayed full zombie, and Patricio's mouth was open, so I knew he was dead. And I was thinking it was me. I was right about to push my thing, and then Ken kind of scared me a little bit. It's like,
well, once you moved, I figured we was good to go.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, who you got? You got a celebrity? Anybody?
You know, I would have to go with a really good stand-up comedian. Now, I'm trying to figure out who would be. I'm talking a good. I'd say a good black comedian between, let's say, 30 and 45. I think you would have to. I think you would have to have a good urban comedian between 30 and 45 to take over.
Like a Roy Woods Jr.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, or your guy, who's hosting AG.
Oh, Preacher. Yeah,
Preacher would be a good one because he's, you got to get somebody who can cross boundaries, who can do this, and that's why they brought James Corden, because he's a fat English guy. We'll make fun of him for a little bit, but it got boring. It was like, it's no fun to watch that. So I think you got to get somebody that everyone can connect with.
Rocky, I'm about to shock you on this one, bro. I'm gonna shock you, man. Mine would be Charles Barkley.
Ooh, you shocked him so much. He fell off.
Man. Jeff, mine would be Charles Barkley. I love watching Charles Barkley on Inside the NBA. I don't know what it is about that dude that just cracks me up.
Could he hold it for an hour?
Give a damn.
Or could he do it for an hour?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. When you do that stuff, you gotta be on. And that's the one thing these guys have talent with, like Jimmy Fallon. It's not a thing that these guys are able to entertain too. They're entertainers.
Yeah,
so it's not
I would take a Charles Barkley. If we went comedians, I agree with you. I would love for Roy Wood Jr. to be that guy. Like, Roy Wood is hilarious. So that'd be kind of dope as well. An actor, if I could pick an actor, it would have to be on HBO, because I would pick Sam Jackson just so he can.
Yeah, because you can't swear, so you got to cover the whole country, man.
Yeah, just so he can say MF. So those will probably be my three. Now that Ellen decided to hang it up, and James Corden said that he out next year.
Well, I think I don't know. The question is, are their numbers good enough to keep them on? And that's always the thing. You're talking about millions and millions of dollars to keep those shows on, and when they're getting beat by streams and downloads and on demand.
Well, reason Ellen left was the toxic work area. That Ellen kind of just was. Ellen would have stayed in my opinion, I feel like if that scandal wouldn't have happened, I don't think Ellen would have gave her show up.
Are her ratings good enough for her to stay? I mean, people
didn't care.
#1
daytime show.
Is she still the #1 daytime show?
Yeah, she's still the #1 daytime show.
Well, she's leaving because she doesn't want to do it anymore. I mean, she's rich enough; she doesn't have to do it anymore.
Yeah, and they beat her up big time. They said it was too toxic for everybody working there. But that's the new thing now. It's toxic. You hurt somebody's feelings. You super like it was like a thing came out about Steve Harvey. He was when he had his his show and his radio show. He had like an open office type thing, but people didn't really respect it the way they should because it's Steve Harvey. So he sent this email out like, "Hey, look, guys, y'all can't be just walking in here. You gotta make an appointment." And everybody like, "Oh my God, this is the most toxic place ever." Steve, like, no, look, I need a nap. I need time away. I gotta decompress. Like, you know
That
what I mean?
open
Like,
door policy is tough, man. I that happens to me all the time. Somebody will just stroll right in, and you got 400 things to do,
yeah,
and you don't
yeah.
want to
You
tell them,
gotta,
"Hey,
yeah.
listen, I don't mean to tell you, but I got to run this office. I got to do stuff. I'm shooting a commercial. I'm doing all this stuff. I got a hearing in Atlanta that I got to hop on a plane
Yeah.
in 10 minutes for. Dude, come on.
But I guess they were just used to the way things used to be, man.
It's
Are you back,
California, man.
bro?
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay,
I
cool.
basically, I don't know what happened over here, so I'm just going off my my cell phone. Can you guys
All
hear
right,
me?
it's
He's
all
back on
good,
his
man.
Cricket wireless. We can do it through
Yeah,
that.
if you listening to the show, we had Rocky was on, and then he just disappeared. But he froze at first, mouth wide open, ready for the ready for the
Ready for the
guacamole,
guac. Yep.
ready for the avocado. And now he's back on his phone. But it's cool, brother. We got to get up out of here anyway. Hey guys, this Saturday, I will be in Daytona at Daytona Live, May the 7th. I'm sorry, guys. I was supposed to be there a couple months ago, and I took a different gig, but I will be there this Saturday, May 7th. Jeff, where you at this weekend, brother? What you
I'm
got?
actually Saturday. We'll be doing Under Oath on 104.1. You can catch that also on the iHeartRadio. And Thursday night, I'm taking a bunch of people to Doctor Strange in Orlando. If you get to me, there might be some tickets left. So this airs Tuesday night. So maybe Wednesday we'll still have some tickets left over. Some people will cancel. So go to contests@kaufmanlynn.com to let me know if you want to go.
All right, Patricia, what you got this week, brother?
Yeah, so I will be hosting Star Wars trivia over at Graffiti Junction. It's nothing but the Star Wars films, no expanded universe, at 8 p.m. So if you aren't able to get tickets for Jeff's thing, I will be able to give away a few tickets as well at that trivia night. Also, $100 in gift certificates, drinks, and some really cool lightsabers as well. And I might have tickets to the Atlanta Predators. So come on down. Graffiti Junction, Thornton Park, and also check me out, my podcast, With a Side of Chaos, withasideofchaos.com.
All right, man. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Tomorrow night, James, Mike, and maybe Miguel will be back in studio. Thank you guys so much for listening. Remember, please go find, follow, and like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, also YouTube. Go subscribe to our page. And if you miss any of these shows, please go to iHeart, search Real Labs, and download our podcast. I'm Cam Miller. That's Jeff Kaufman. And we also have Rocky sitting in. And we thank you so much for sitting in, brother. This is Real Labs. Listen to us tomorrow night. Brand new show, man. Y'all be good. God bless you. Good night.